I'm Theresa Vee, and this is the place to be if you're a creative world changer who wants to make a greater impact in this beautiful world. Each month, I check in with our beloved Archangels and all of the divine beings of light to see what advice they have for us as we navigate the energies of the time. Humanity is going through a lot at the personal level and at the level of the collective. We are moving from a fear-based paradigm to a love-based paradigm. And what that means is everything that we create from here on out will be created to foster unity, to foster a heart connection. The institutions and the systems that have fostered separation, division, and fear are crumbling and are falling. And you can see that when you look out into the world around you. This can be very frightening. Some of these things are things that we have known for many generations. You have held the light so that these changes could take place. It can be very painful to watch the crumbling, to witness the suffering. And our angels want us to understand that that suffering comes from an unwillingness to let go, an unwillingness to open ourselves to the potential of what comes next. You've been doing this work for a little while now, and you have moved through some of these shifts or similar shifts yourself. You have seen what happens when you set the intention to live from a place of love, integrity, alignment. You have walked through what can seem like losses as things shift. And then once you move into the next stage of energy flow, you realize those weren't actually losses after all. They were places in life where things fell apart or things fell away to make room for what it was that was more aligned for you moving forward. When we're in the middle of that process, it can feel lonely or frightening, or like we don't understand why, if I'm striving to live from more of a place of alignment and integrity and to anchor love and work with divinity, would I have to experience this pain, this sorrow, these losses? But then when we come out the other side and look back, it all makes sense. The world is in that middle space where things are shifting. People are holding on, because the ego won't just let humanity jump into the unknown. The ego strives to keep each and every one of us safe. It tries to go back to what was known before, because no matter how terrible it was, you lived through it. So that's the empirical evidence that it's safe. You lived. The ego doesn't know you will be safe within the unknown. So those who have not been on the spiritual path, there is no judgment from the angelic realm, from divine beings, and there should be no judgment from other humans either. Those who have not been striving to work their spiritual muscles are now finding themselves thrust into the changes that are happening in service to this more love-based paradigm. Our angels want us to remember what it was like the first, second, third time we walked that path, when we were faced with the unknown, when we saw things falling away or falling apart in our lives, how we felt and what we needed. Chances are we needed someone who had come out the other side in similar situations in their own lives to say everything is going to be okay. And so this is what you can do in service to the collective right now. Those who are moving into fear are angry, they are upset, they are scared. There are only two root emotions, love and fear. And the only way out of fear is to strive to get closer to love. No one is perfect at this every day. There will always be a time where fear creeps in based on where we are. Are we hungry? Are we angry about something? Are we feeling lonely? Are we tired, frustrated? So when we start to feel these things, it's much easier for fear to take root. Are you finding yourself in fear? What can you do to move towards love? Are you coming across other people who are in fear? Help them to move towards love. You can also hold the space, hold the energy of love. And as you begin to radiate that love, anyone who passes through your aura, who passes through the field of intention you're setting, will be affected. And so our angels want us to know that no matter what's going on personally, whether it be a medical diagnosis that is bringing us into a place of fear, which is perfectly normal, you are not failing. What you can do is look at that fear, sit with that fear, ask that fear what it is there to show you. Listen to what it has to say, and then from there, work through it. But first, get the message. Is there a way that you can take yourself even that much closer to love? Sometimes taking yourself closer to love is just sitting with the fear and talking to it, loving the fear for showing you something that needs attention in your system, in your experience. And then what is it that I need to tend to the fear? Is it assistance from somebody else? Is it to work a practice, to use a tool that I have? When we don't feel good or safe, we go out of body. And what we mean by that is that our energy or our spirit kind of jumps out of the physical body and it hovers here. And we've all met people that we talk with them and we're like, they're not there. Like, where are they? Or you might find yourself someday doing things and not remembering what you just did or feeling really scattered. Those are good indications that your energy is not fully in your body. We can be most effective in terms of the changes we wish to see in the world, in terms of anchoring the energy of love, bringing more peace to the planet when we are in our bodies. When we're out of body, that leaves space within this physical system. It allows for the potential of other energies to work through it. It's like leaving a house vacant for a while and all of a sudden you'll find other critters move in. There's raccoons, there's rats. This is what happens with the physical body. If you go out and you happen to be in a field where there are other energies that are seeking to work through, that is a potential. So our angels want us to understand, not by creating fear, because none of this is about creating fear. This is about creating more love. That you can love your body. You can heal more. You can bring peace to the world when you are fully grounded. All of the prayer and all of the meditation and all of the good works can't have the effect that they need to have if you are not grounded on this planet. They can all sort of sit up here in the ethers. They need to be rooted to this earth in order to spread out and have the effect you want them to have. And the angels really want everyone to understand that. And above all, they want you to know that it is safe to be here now. It is safe to be in body. Whatever you are seeing in the world is all in service to the light. The light is so bright that there's no place for any of these shadows to hide anymore. There's no way that institutions that are subscribing to fear and separation can move forward in this paradigm. And ultimately, how long will this shift take? It's up to humanity. How quickly we want to let go and move into what's next. The more open we are to letting go of what is no longer serving, the less of a pain cycle it is. This sounds counterintuitive, but our angels really want us to understand this. Being in nature is one of the fastest ways to get your energy back into your body, to reset your nervous system, to let go of energy that's no longer serving you, to clear fear. It works on so many levels. Moving your body, another great way to get yourself back. Playing, wonderful. And perhaps the one that is most powerful in these moments of great change are connection and presence. We're saying this as one because when we connect with another being and we can be fully present with them, our heart opens. And we are giving someone the gift of witnessing them. And they in turn are giving us a gift by opening to us, by being present with us and sharing. Give the gift of full presence. And the angels are saying you are always asking for us to intercede for our assistance. And when you are fully present, when your heart is open, you become the instrument of love and of peace. And we can send our love, that infinite love that we have access to, that infinite joy and peace, we can send it through you because it's in those moments where you have nothing blocking it. Your intention has been set, and everything goes away that would block the flow. One other thing came up in our private Healing Hub membership group, the idea that the world is separating into two. And the angels spoke about this years ago. They were talking about some people choosing to live in like 3 and 4D and some people moving to 5 or 6D. Which D it is really doesn't matter. The idea is some people chose to be where they had always been and other people chose to move forward, and that there would be two worlds for a while. That time is over. The angels have acknowledged we have been living in two worlds, which is why there seems like such a divide between experiences. There have literally been two worlds simultaneously existing. This will not be the way moving forward. Right now, everyone needs to move forward into the love-based paradigm. This is the way of the future. This is the way of the present. So those who originally chose to live or to stay with the status quo, with the way things had always been, now if they want to stay here, they have to continue moving forward into this love-based paradigm. Those who choose not to move forward will be leaving the planet. It may not be immediately, but they will be leaving. There are other souls that will move on to assist this process from a different realm. They want us to understand that as well, so that we can stay out of judgment about who's leaving and who's going. So if someone passes away, we don't automatically think, oh, they're gone because they chose to stay in the old paradigm. There is no judgment here. Everyone is in the exact right place for their soul. And it's just a matter of, if this is no longer the place for you, then your soul needs to move on to another place that is the right place for your growth, how you choose to experience it. Every soul is on the ascension path. How long it takes does not matter. But everyone who remains on Mother Earth will be moving forward into the new paradigm. And the angels want us to remember that, so that we can reach a hand out to people who are experiencing some of these things for the first time and finding them jarring and finding them frightening. And there may be things still at this point that you're finding jarring or frightening. You have so many tools. Don't stress out about which is the right tool to use right now. The angels want us to just look at what we have and say, which one feels like it would be joyful to use, and use that tool. And then if it stops feeling like the right tool, switch tools. So maybe you pull out your meditation practice. And then maybe one day it stops feeling helpful. So maybe then you rummage through your toolbox and see, is there another tool that feels good right now? And maybe it's energy work, or maybe you're called to learn something new, or maybe it's prayer. So you can mix and match. You can change every day. You can stick with a practice. It's up to you, but the angels are begging you to use your tools. All the light workers, all those who have been striving for change, for light, for love, it's time to use the tools. We are the boots on the ground, the boots of love, the boots of the divine. And so we need to stay balanced, to move closer to love when we get off balance. And in doing so, we will be receptive to the guidance that comes. If there are actions to take, if there are prayers to be said, things will be laid out in front of us. We will be able to receive the messages and move forward from a place of feeling safe, of feeling secure, knowing what we are to do next. When love grows, when love is shining, when love is radiating, there is no place for fear. You are loved so much. You are supported. The heavens stand in gratitude for the work that you do and the openness with which you do it. This feels very complete from our angels at this time. If you would like to connect with your angels in a deeper way, please consider a private angel reading. These 30-minute sessions are conversations between you and your angels, who will give you the love, the guidance, and the support that you need at this very moment. These sessions are recorded, so you can keep them and listen again and again. Please consider joining our next Angel Transformation Hour. This is a group reading where the angels answer your personal questions. Nothing is too big or too small to bring to this space. It's a come as you are and get loved up experience. And if you are looking to step into the greatest and most healed version of yourself, check out the Healing Hub membership. Inside the Healing Hub, you will receive healing energetic transmissions that will move you into the next level of yourself each and every month. The links for all of these things are in the comments section or in the description of this video. I'm so grateful for the way you show up in your life and in the world, and for you being here. Thank you for sharing these videos out so that everyone who needs the messages can receive them. Leave a comment and let us know what stood out to you in this video. I look so forward to connecting with you soon.